Hey, so this is a guide that will show you some different methods on how to get 99 cooking. I listed some leveling paths you can take on the screen, whether you want quick XP, money, or you just want to AFK. All of the methods on there are explained in the video, and you can check the description to jump to a certain point, but keep in mind the prices I listed in the video are going to change often, so also check some of the links I posted in the description to find up-to-date prices and XP rates. Here are some useful quests you can do to skip the early levels. Depending on what you're going for, it's likely that you'll have to do some of these quests anyways, so just keep them in mind. There are a lot of other quests you can do, and I'll post a link in the description showing a list of all of them, but for now I'm just going to get into the guide. The early levels are pretty straightforward, so I'm just going to speed through them. From level 1 to 15 you can cook shrimp, and you'll need to cook 81 of them, but since you're going to be burning some, I'd buy like 100 to 120 raw ones. And it'll only take around 3 to 5 minutes, and it really won't cost you much at all. Level 15 to 25 is pretty much the same thing, except you cook trout. You need to cook 78 of them, and it'll only take around 3 to 5 minutes, and it'll cost around the same amount. So we're almost done with the boring levels. From level 25 to 30 you can cook salmon, and you'll need to cook 62 of them, which will only take around 3 minutes. But as of recording this video, they actually profit 0.36 GP per XP, so it's not much, but it's better than losing money, I guess. Once you reach level 30, you'll start having a lot more options on what to cook. So whether you want fast XP, money, or AFK XP, there's plenty of different options you can do past this point. If you want quick XP, start cooking Karambwans straight from level 30 all the way through 99, because that's the best method and you unlock it really early at level 30. If you decide to do this though, expect to burn a lot at the early levels and lose money. Although they profit later on as recording this, from the early levels they have a really high burn rate, so you're going to lose a bit, but it's still going to be the best XP per hour. This is assuming, however, that you're 1-ticking or at least 2-ticking the Karambwans. If you're 4-ticking them just like regular cooking, then you're not going to get as much XP, and you'll be better off doing wine at level 35, even though it's going to cost more, but you'll be getting double the XP rate than 4-ticking Karambwans. If you are cooking Karambwan without any tick manipulation like I'm doing in this clip, expect to get around 275k XP per hour. But if you 1-tick cook them, you can reach around 900k per hour if you're really good at it, and if you 2-tick cook them, expect around 530k XP per hour, which is still better than wine, and it costs less, but the thing with wine is it's a lot more AFK. But 2-ticking Karambwans isn't that bad compared to 1-ticking them, so I would at least try it out before spending the money on wine. So in this clip I'm 2-tick cooking. There's really not that much to it. You just have to hold down 2 on your keyboard, and as you're done cooking a Karambwan, you just use another one with it. So use a raw Karambwan right when you get the XP drop, and as long as you're holding down 2, it'll automatically cook every 2 ticks. Again, this is around 530k XP per hour, which isn't as good as 1-tick Karambwans, but it's still better than wine and shark and any other method of cooking. So I think it's definitely worth doing, or at least trying out. So in this clip I'm 1-tick cooking. As you can see, you have to use the Karambwan with the fire every tick, and you have to time it pretty well, so mouse keys are going to be a huge help here. However, in this clip I'm just manually cooking, so you can see when I mess up because I'll miss an XP drop. They should just be like continuously going every tick, and this is going to be really hard at first. I'm not really good at it, I haven't spent much time doing it, but the best thing I could advise is just try to get a rhythm going and stick with it. And even if you mess up a lot, you're still probably going to get better rates than 2-tick cooking or doing something else like cooking shark or wines. So yeah, just stick with it and you'll get better eventually. Mouse keys also help a lot for this. I don't use mouse keys myself, but I'll post the settings in the description. You can even remap them to other keys using AHK, but just don't automate anything through AHK because Jagex doesn't like it. If you want a more AFK-able method of training, you can make wine at level 35. So do Karambwans from level 30 to 35, then switch to wine. These are around 450k XP per hour and will cost you around 16 mil to get to 99. It's slightly slower than 2-tick Karambwans, but a lot less effort, and it's still pretty inexpensive. So now I'm going to show some alternative methods if you don't want to do any of those I listed before. From level 35 to 50 you can cook Sweetcorn. You need to cook this on a range, so the best place to do it is in the Cook's Guild, because there's a bank right next to the range. And it's around 150k XP an hour, and you'll usually profit a small amount with these, usually around 0.5 GP per XP. If you're starting from level 35, you'll need to cook 759 Sweetcorn to get to level 50, and then you can cook Lobster. If you don't have access to the Cooking Guild bank or the Hosidius house range, then just cook tuna at the Rogue's Den because it's not worth doing Sweetcorn. From level 50 to 62, you can cook Lobster. These are around 170k XP per hour and you pretty much break even on them. And at level 62, you can cook Monkfish. So at level 62, you can start cooking Monkfish, and to get to level 80, you'll need to successfully cook around 11,000 of them. And you can get around 215k XP per hour while profiting 0.27 GP per XP. So they're pretty good. From 80 to 99, you'll need to cook 52,612 sharks, and you'll profit around 0.52 GP per XP, and you'll make around 6 mil to 99. Sharks are around 300k XP per hour with good banking, so they're pretty good GP and XP. If you want to get 99 cooking without losing money and gaining a little bit, then these are a pretty good option. At 95 cooking, you can use the spell Bake Pie to cook summer pies. This spell requires 1 Astral Rune per cast, and you should be wielding a Steam Staff. This is an extremely AFKable method of cooking and is around 500k XP per hour with good banking. And expect to lose around 7 mil going from 95 to 99, but keep in mind you'll also get around 1 million mage XP. And you can see in the clip, you just bank and click the spell and you literally just sit there for your whole inventory. It's extremely AFKable and probably worth the money if you don't want to do any of the other methods. It's definitely the easiest method. Thanks for watching. Please leave my video a good rating and comment or message me in game if you have any questions.